Global Peace Games initiative from the United Nations to raise the profile of peace through sport is the perfect match with the National Children's Football Alliance. In partnership with the Peace Village Mezines, Belgium, the site of the 1914 Christmas truces, the NCFA invited young people from Belgium, England and Italy to represent their country at Flanders Fields.
Yes, I understood seeing that sometimes enemies can become friends. So yesterday, when we played all together, and I could meet some new people from other countries, so I made friendship with them.
This is the 17th rare years of the collaboration of the Global Peace Games for children, and yet
Without prejudice, the Global Peace Games gives young people the freedom to play the games, learn about conflict resolution and peace education. It provides young people with the opportunity to experience intercultural learning through cross-curricular activities. The Global Peace Games provides facilitators and teachers with the opportunity to engage young people in a range of subjects using sport as a vehicle. It also provides the opportunity for international organisations, schools and sports clubs interested in twinning their playing fields with Flanders Peace Fields to select young ambassadors to represent their school through the Peace Fields project.
People that has a headstone without a name, the soldier of the Great War, please sit down. Dus iedereen die
I feel something amazing. It's something was a very cool. Two people are fighting and then joining together Christmas day or the night. They feel in the family, and it's amazing to me that I hear that's my life.
The Global Peace Games' ultimate aim is to inspire peacemakers of the future and lay the foundations for an annual Young People's International event. The Games clearly brought a diverse selection of young people together from across Europe and the rest of the world. It enabled all participants to express themselves, discover peace education, and to take ownership for future years of commemoration.
First of all, this year, not only is it a success, but it's got that international flavour. There are things that are into it which you didn't expect. And you can't legislate always for some unexpected things, but it makes people, it brings friendships together, and if you look at a future Global Peace Games, it's going to be bigger, it's going to be more international, more widespread, because more and more cultures, more and more different backgrounds, they all come together and just listen to it. They all encourage each other, and that's how it's going. It's got to go forward.
I think it was a very great place because it was full of guys of other ages but also of other nationalities, and I think it was a great experience because so I can communicate with other people that don't talk my same language, and I think it was very, very beautiful.
Young people discovered a sense of remembrance and began to understand why remembrance is important to older and future generations. Conversely, many mature people found the interaction with younger people refreshing and enlightening in terms of context and how sport can be a passage to peace.
We saw many things in the First World War, and I saw the peaceful park. Yeah, we played football on the park and did different types of sports. Yeah.
Mostly it was the Germans who started it. The British often joined in, sometimes the French, and there's one incident, well, a few cases where the Belgians are even mentioned. Okay, but it's unique. Okay, well, there are other examples, but still, it is later in the war. It almost didn't happen again.
Kind of makes me feel happy to know that even though that there was a lot of like separation and war and conflict now there's just peace and happiness, and we're all playing with that. And I think that's what they would have wanted, all the soldiers fighting. I felt quite moved, honestly, to know that I was like looking there and being there for the place where so many lives were lost, but also a place where like truce was finally made and peace was there. And it was just so happy to know that even though there's war and like just sadness, there was always that like ray of hope. Even if it was just for one day or a month or a week, it was still there, and that's what really affected me.
Yeah, I feel emotional and I love play football and play football on this court. It was fantastic. It was fantastic. We are all friends. We are friends. In past football, the players didn't play for money, but to have fun. He wants to play football and not for money. But now it's different because many players play only for money and not for the passion of the game.
So first, we are very proud that we can participate here in the Peace Games at the eve of the International Day of Peace. So we were very glad to come. And afterwards, when we go back, the experience that we have done here with all the children of the other countries here on the special peace field in Meissen will give us a boost to do the good things in Bruges. So that will be very positive, a positive effect for our work in Bruges when we create our own peace field.
Eerst de olie eruit, de verf die daaronder zit, die komt er wel uit, 1 minuut lang. En daarna heb je niets meer aan je spuitbus.
It made me quite sad because we visited the places where the soldiers did the war. Quite happy because I understood that enemies can become friends.
I think it makes it feel strange because it's such a nice place here, and just to think that about 100 years ago there was war and fighting and killing going on, and knowing that we're playing sports on this pitch, knowing that there's dead bodies probably all underneath us, and just don't, yeah, I think it's a bit crazy.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, jump.
Doing things with people I wouldn't usually do them with, from a different culture and setting. I just find it interesting to learn new things, to meet new people. It made me think and realise what actually happened, and it was just interesting to go to them sort of places to realise and see the people that fought in the war.
I'm gonna remember about the cemeteries, the people, the war that they fight here, and I'm gonna remember the new people that we meet here from England and Italy, and doing things together, facing together, do many different things, playing games together. It's very interesting things.
Like, I'm happy to be here as well because it's a really big opportunity where there's not many of us. And why I enjoyed it is because you've involved like fun when we do the games and that, as well as like we're learning. So when we go out, like we'll do like a little activity, but we'll still be learning whilst we're doing it.
If you look back at the war, you just think, well, English, like old people think, oh no, the Germans, they wanted to hurt us. But the truth is, they were the same as us. They were ordered to do it, and if they didn't do it, they was going to get shot from run off. And well, we went there and looked at it all, and we saw the photos. Then nobody was happy from the photos, you can tell, because they weren't happy because they were stuck there. You know, as you said before, they were trying to escape reality of their friends dying. And the next day, from everyone dying, there's soldiers who would pass the football to each other, and then you'd see them dead on the ground, and that must like really hurt soldiers to make them realise that they're not just they're not enemies, they're just like the opposite team in football. So you don't want to disrespect them just because they're following orders like you're following orders.
Well, that was a moment where two people who were at war and who were supposed to hate each other decided to just completely forget that and join together. And I think that works here as well, because we are meeting people who come from England and Italy and Afghanistan, all these different countries, and they're sort of coming together and forgetting about what's happening and they're meant to remember, and they concentrate on what's there in front of them. I'm gonna have memories of just sort of the connection that I made with everyone and the friends I made, and I'm gonna remember all these different people that I talked to and that I played with, and it's definitely gonna be nostalgic. I'll definitely miss, what I've experienced here. I think it would be the moments where I would go and pick up a basketball and go and shoot around on my own, and then all sorts of different people from loads of different countries would just join in, and we'd all just have a little basketball match, and that connection was really sweet and it was really nice. It gives you a different outlook on the world, and you think, because you've seen so many different sorts of situations in people and different lives, and they tell you about their life and what they've had to leave, and it really does make you think about your own life, and it puts everything into perspective, and it makes you realise just how lucky you are to experience something like this and meet so many people.
Many of the young people considered football and sport differently after they had participated in the Global Peace Games. They found time to consider how they felt about sport in the context of the Christmas truces and the role sport played in the First World War. A major factor of the success of the Global Peace Games was that it was not mandatory. The participants volunteered to take part. It was indeed oversubscribed, and unfortunately there was not enough places to meet demand. In essence, the Global Peace Games reached out to a generation and offered them a unique opportunity to discover their heritage at home, abroad, and make friends for life. Peacemakers for the future. For more information about how your organisation, school or sports club can get involved with the Peacefields project, please contact www.childrensfootballalliance.com or call 004401732758 419.